Hello everyone, my name is Hecthor Doomhammer, I'm your evil overlord, and welcome back to Prison Architect, all-female prison, where in the last episode we started the construction of the second set of luxurious cells. We installed some toilets in the, toilets! We installed toilets in the solitary area so that they won't be shitting and crapping and peeing themselves, and we installed some metal detectors here and there. That seems that they don't have power. Let's fix that really quickly. There. That ought to take care of things. That one is getting power, that one is also getting power. Although we are not done yet, I still need to install in here. There, and here, and there. Oh. Okay. I'll do it like so then. There. That's how to take care of things, for a little while at least. The yard also needs them. I'm basically just going to install the metal detectors now. Or not, because I don't have the money anymore. Last time we also got a whole bunch of additional prisoners, because another facility had a nasty little accident and no longer had the ability to house them. I don't know how many they were, but I do know that our daily cash flow, thanks to that, has increased nicely. And we are now filled beyond 300. Shower time. Let's do another shakedown, just to start things off. Also, I'm eagerly awaiting to execute Marutha over there. Hopefully we get to do that today. Hopefully we get to do that today. And Amelia Mitchell is next on the list, because she apparently already has failed one of the death row appeals, and I believe that this is the other one. That's Maya. There she is. Actually, Maya, I want you over here. For no other reason than also to witness it up close and personal when we pull the trigger on our good friend. What I'm doing right now is gonna drain the power supply severely. That's why I am gonna get them through here. And also through here. And here. That probably is some contraband. So we still have a bunch of stuff to do. I was gonna start the construction of the luxurious cells, but then I went a little crazy on the metal detectors, which I have been needing for the longest time now. So yeah, that exists. So I guess that the luxury cells will just have to wait. Sorry. Also, of course, I still have a lot of the CCTV monitors to install, the phone taps that I've got reserved over here, and the automatic door systems on this wall, both sides. Still have all of that to do, but oh well. I'm nowhere near done with this prison anyway. Workshop still needs to be completed. Still have a lot of the armory to fill up, and the kennel too. A lot of people to hire. And we've got a riot on the way. That's no good. Okay, never mind. Let's see, this is... For interested. Well, workshop safety is almost done. You guys go in there really quick. Oh no, it's too dangerous. I don't want to go in. No. Find it. Don't go in. I'll do a bang up instead. And that was family. Everyone, back to your cell. And let's stop the shakedown. A few more tasers. And now we should have a lot less contraband going around the prison. Because we're gonna find a lot more. We'll be prisoner of parole. And it's slowly calming down in here because of the I think we have it under control. Let's end the bang up. Yeah, in case of danger, just do a bang up. Now, last episode I did recall that I said that what we could do is make the gang, one or two gang leaders and all of their lieutenants go to solitary for a while, so that one other gang leader and or the other gang at least will be able to take over the common room without much resistance. Because it's actually, if it's only one gang capable of doing it, it's a peaceful transition. It's just going to be the gangs, and the gang members will be inside the common room or the yard. They'll just sit there for a while, and after a while, they've taken it over. I'm still very tempted to do that, to be honest. To be honest. Because Luna is serving some solitary time. Got a nice gathering of people over here. That isn't so nice. And we have lost control of this? Really? Okay, we have it again. It was just that woman being a little weird. Couple more death. Honestly, the death toll is catastrophic. Let's see, how many people have died in the prison thus far? Oops, that's the wrong one. 49. 94 actually. And 94 have been paroled early with only 3% reoffending, which tells me that's about 1, maybe 2. And our prison value currently is $770,000. And if I were to sell, which I can't because I have 3 deaths in the last 24 hours, I would be able to sell this for nearly 100,000 or $1 million. And that for a prison. It's nice. Right, let's have a look at the programs. I can stop all of these guard taser certifications since there's only a few left to do. Now my question is, do we still have all the really important staff? We do, but we lost a janitor and a dog handler and a few armed guards. And there's another riot underway. Once again, right in here. Hey! There we go. I was hoping that we get to do this today. Right, so I guess that today's main event will be the execution of Marutha Karabelu. And that will happen tonight. Because the way that I always do things in terms of execution is do them at night. One of the mandatory things is a bang up, meaning all other prisoners have to be in their cells or solitary. And if you do that during the daytime, it's just going to take ages before that gets done. But if you do it when it's sleep time, it'll get done relatively quickly. And for this particular execution, I'm going to take things a little slowly. Normally I would just speed it up by doing a couple of things simultaneously, but I'll just do it step by step to guide you guys through the way. There. Question. Still can't borrow any money. And Maya has also failed a parole hearing, meaning that we will have 3 prisoners up for execution anytime soon, I think. Now, it's not a guarantee, of course. Could very well be that Maya will fail another one, but succeed the one after that. Just like Amelia could do that. But hey. I have an idea. Fill to capacity. So it's free time. I'm just gonna do a bang up right now. Send everyone to their cells. And Marutha Karabelu, prisoner number 1784068, has been sentenced 25 years for murder, 10 years and 14 years for grievous bodily harm, another 10 years for grievous bodily harm, and 9 years for torture, which he already has served. Your likelihood of clemency is below the state-approved conviction strength of 10%. You have failed all of your death row appeals. Also, you're serving 4 years for assaulting an officer. I'm sorry. We have done everything in our power to make sure that the justice system was done correctly. We have done everything in our power. you cannot be saved anymore. It is sleep time. Let's initiate the execution. Right. And for this, I'm actually just going to increase the volume a little bit. Just give me a second. Because of the music, it's so darn eerie. Execution initiated. You have scheduled the execution for this inmate and must follow the official procedure. Step 1. Initiate a prison-wide lockdown. All prisoners are sent back to their cells and the prison is locked down. Hence why I do it at night during sleep time, because then most of the prisoners are already in their cells. And as you can see, despite the fact that a few are still being sent to their cells, it's already done. Next step, test the facility. The final test pass to ensure everything is working. The electrical supply to the chair is tested under a load, and in addition, a final route of the prisoner is planned out. He or she must be able to walk to the execution room himself or herself. Well, I don't doubt that the route is in any danger. As you can see, it's just going out of the cell, walk a little bit around, and then voila, you're there. The electrical charge, I believe it's hooked up to this one. As you can see, that should be perfectly fine. And voila. Normally, what I would do under normal circumstances is do these two things: initiate prison-wide lockdown and test facility simultaneously. Next, assemble execution detail. The warden and chief make their way to the condemned inmate's cell. In addition, a priest or a spiritual leader of the prisoner's choice arrives on site and visits the prisoner in his cell to say the final prayer. This is the reason why I put the chief of security and the warden close to execution, so that they don't have to walk that far. And as you can see, it immediately is 66%. Right, what kind of priest do we have? Seems orthodox to me. During execution, you can't do anything other than open doors yourself. So I'll open this door, I'll open that door.
And just hear the eerie music. It gets worse, trust me.
Right, where are you? Oh, you're stuck over there. Oh yeah, I have that because I don't want visitors. Actually, I need that. I need visitors to go there. Oh well. Also, as you can see, it's running at speed 2 and I cannot select speed 3. And I can't control anything else. Maybe I can basically send guards to proper places and such, but nothing else. This is a very slow process. In the meantime, this is something I always do simultaneously with the assemble execution detail, is escort witnesses to facility. Witnesses to the execution arrive on site and make their way to the execution facility. This group can include family members of the condemned inmate and also members of the victim's family. And B, execution witnesses should be provided with chairs. And this is the only time when the game will say that the execution chamber needs chairs. Otherwise, it will never say that. Not even on construction of the execution chamber itself. Right, with the priest there, let's send in the witnesses. And this is the reason why I do the assemble execution detail and escort witnesses to facility simultaneously. Because both the priests and the witnesses come from outside the facility, making it a lot easier if they are sent in simultaneously. So we don't have that many witnesses here today. Let's see, the husband, the mother, the son, and a victim's family. Or victim. And in the meantime, it's almost 4 AM, and the prisoners don't even know what's going on. How beautiful is that? Marutha Black Hat Carabellu. Or is there someone left behind? Perhaps. Because it's still stuck at 1%. Ah, there we go. It goes up to 20% now. This just takes a long time, to be honest. And they're gonna have to walk through all of the blood and the gore that this prison has, just so that they see what a horrible facility we're really running. And here she is, completely naked, unfortunately. And I realized that I'm missing doors on the execution chamber. Doesn't need it, but I like to have regular doors. And here they are. 98, 99. Next step, escort prisoner to facility. The condemned inmate is escorted from her cell to the execution facility. The warden, the chief, and the priest accompany her. Ah, here it comes. The eerier music. This is what the music is one of the reasons I really love the execution so much. Here. Next step, execution. With everyone in place and all procedures followed, the final authorization for the execution is given. Marutha Black Hat Carabellu. Prisoner number 1784068. Farewell.
Hear it.
Dismiss staff and witnesses. The staff and witnesses are dismissed and may leave the facility. And then the final report. With the execution completed, a report is compiled and your performance is graded. The mandated execution of Marutha Carabellu was carried out at 6:09 as scheduled by electric chair. In the presence of witnesses, the standard compensation of $10,000 is awarded to the institution for their part in the process. That was a successful execution. And with that, the bang up is automatically ended and the day resumes as normal. And with that, the music does too. So let me set the sound levels all correctly. There. That was the execution. So first, let's put on some doors. And ooh, this is a gang member even. Amelia Mitchell was there to witness it as well from her own cell. How nice. Here we are. That's how to take care of that. Right. Now, as you can see, the execution pretty much took all night. Because that's mandatory. It does that. It just takes that long. Guard, you. Oh, you're not a guard. Why would you carry a saw into the prison, really? Right, but we have some more better news. We can construct the remainder of these cells. As well as these cells. A bit more brighter news. Oh, we don't have enough money to complete all of them. Okay, what I will do is build that and the staff door there. And now we can put it back to max speed again. Alright, we still don't have control of this place. You guys go here. And there we go. We have control of the place again. Good. Now look at how dark this place is. And once again we have a riot. Dang. I'm surprised that they still don't go for the yards. Maybe the game is coded in such a way that the prisoners will go for the common rooms first, and then for the yard. I don't know. But it just seems that way. It just seems that way. There is a death row inmate all available. Marutha. Well, she is probably still in the morgue before she gets carried off. Nope. She's not. Alright, is she still here? Because she's still basically... No, she's not. Oh well. She's gone. I'm not. You're not. We're not. She is. And look at the line of trucks. From time to time the deliveries area is just too small. And I don't even know if the... They are refusing to work. Or maybe it's because it's not work time yet. What is it, work time? Machine... Ah, it's about to be work time. And now we also have minimum security prisoners from the other prison that we had there. So, next time. Next time. We're going to be finishing off these luxurious cells. Maybe start the construction of the grade 10 cells. And maybe even see the execution of Maya or Amelia in the chair-shaped Tesla coil. My name is Hecthor Doomhammer. I thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I certainly did, because I always love the execution. Leave a like if you did. Helps out a great deal. But I thank you all for watching once again, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.